Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be my weekly makeup basket. Now I haven't done one of these in about a month. I've just been really busy. It did start school and then I had a trip to PolishCon and I've been struggling to even put videos up 3 times a week. So my weekly makeup basket was always the video that kind of got cut out of the equation. So I normally do a weekly makeup basket on Sundays or every other Sunday, but I do apologize for not posting one of these in a while. Now before we get started, I quickly want to talk about what's on my nails. I am wearing a Halloween manicure using a couple different polishes. The gray one on my nails is from Bluebird Lacquer and it's called Right Here, Right Now. And then I did use several holographic polishes for my accent nail from Nevermind Lacquer. I will leave all of the details for my manicure on my Instagram post. All of that information will be down below in the description box. And then on my lips today, I'm wearing a Sephora Rouge matte lipstick in the color No Superstar or Number Superstar. I think it's No Superstar. So I typically won't include products in my weekly basket or my weekly makeup baskets that I'm using during like my current project pan, because I think it's going to get a little redundant if I do mention those products all the time. So let's go ahead and start with the lip products. So one of the products that I was using this week is one of these Sephora Rouge matte lipsticks. I really like the formula of these. I'm thinking about doing like a best of Sephora video because I have tried several of like the Sephora brand makeup products. Some of them I really like, some of them not so much. But this one in particular, the matte one and the cream ones, I really like. I really like this color. I think it's a really pretty mauve color. It's really comfortable on the lips. So if you really wanted to make it a little bit glossy or maybe perhaps touch up the lipstick, I like using these Nars Velvet Lip Glides on top of like a matte lipstick. So that's what I am wearing on top of this lipstick. This is in Californication. This came as part of like a little mini set. So these are the two that I paired for the most part this week. And then I've also been using this Color Riche Balm lipstick in the color Nourishing Nude. This is from L'Oreal. I love this. It is a really nice nude color. It's not extremely opaque. It's kind of like this sheerish nude color, but it does give a like your lips but better type of look that just gives you this nice burst of moisture, and I absolutely love it. And the color is really nice. I'm kind of sad that they discontinued these. So let's go ahead and move on to eyes. I have one eyeshadow palette that I used this week. I actually use this light green color. I don't think it has a name to it, but it is this really pretty like light green shade. And then I also use this duochrome kind of shade all over the lid. And this is, I don't know if I mentioned it, this is the Comfort Zone palette from Wet n Wild, and I'm glad I kept this on my collection. I was originally going to declutter it, but I really do like the formula of that, and I paired that with my Urban Decay Naked Basics palette. I also use these two singles this week. I picked up the Pur Eye Polish. This is in the color Satin during the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty because I wanted to try these out. This essentially is like a liquid pigment. It has like a little cushion and you just press on the cushion and the eyeshadow comes out. This is a really pretty color for like all over the lid. I like to use these like champagne, like rose champagne-y colors all over the lid, and I really like the formula. Once this sets, it really doesn't move. It does give you like a little bit of time to work with the product. I think I may do my get ready with me using this product, but so far I really like the formula, and I also paired that with my Urban Decay Naked Basics. And lastly, I have here a Colourpop Super Shock Shadow in the color Birthday Cake. I really do like this like rose gold color. It is what I'm wearing all over my lids today. I love Colourpop eyeshadows. I've used it in one of my monthly get ready with me's, and I always like pairing my Naked Basics palette with the Colourpop shadows. And I definitely recommend any of like the satin, the ultra metallic, or the metallic eyeshadows from Colourpop. So then I did did have one bronzer. I have the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I did pull this out because I used up one of the bronzers in my project pan. So I didn't have like a new mini bronzer with me, and this is what I had in my makeup bag. So I just went ahead and used this, but I'm probably going to put this back into my collection and pull another mini into my project pan. I love the butter bronzer. I think it's a really, really good bronzer, and I like, even though I am a little bit darker, this is a pretty subtle bronzer on me. I really do like a bronzer that is a little bit more on the subtle side. And then another bronzer that I use is actually part of this palette. This is what I'm wearing on my cheeks today. So I did use this bronzer on top of the Hoola Quickie Contour Stick. I also am wearing the blush and the highlighter today, and I really, really like this palette. I picked this up at a CCO, and I hadn't really given it a try, so I decided to play around with it this week, and I actually used this several times this week, and I think it is a gorgeous palette. You can intensify it if you spray a little bit of Fix Plus, but for the most part, I found that it gave me just a really nice and subtle glowy look, and I really, really liked that. So then another highlighter that I use this week is from Bobbi Brown, and this is the Mini Shimmer Brick in the color Bronze. I picked this up as part of, I want to say it was like a Sephora favorites kit. This is a really, really nice bronzer. You can either like target a couple different tones of this, or you can kind of swirl everything together, and it gives you this really nice kind of bronzy highlighter. I find that the highlighter itself, this is kind of it all swirled together, and then this is a little concentrated on just the light section of it, and I feel that it all swirled together is a little too intense or dark for me as just a highlighter, so I can wear it as a blush topper. So for the most part, I tend to concentrate on these lighter strips, but I really, really like this. Another blush that I use this week is from Becca, and this is the Mineral Blush in the color Wild Honey. I'm trying to remember when I picked this blush up, but it is an absolutely gorgeous blush. It does have a little bit of shimmer to it, very, very light shimmer, but for the most part, I would consider this a matte blush, but it is a gorgeous natural looking blush. You can kind of get away with using this as like a blush bronzer, so to speak. It is a little bit on the warmer side for a bronzer, but I really, really like it. I really like the formula of it, and it did last for a pretty long time. I do have really oily skin, so it tends to eat up a lot of face products, and I thought it lasted for a pretty long time on my cheeks throughout the day. So then I have two more face products left. I use the Too Faced Cocoa Powder Foundation in the color Light Medium. This is actually what I'm wearing on my face today as my foundation, but this is a really, really nice powder foundation, and I love that it smells like chocolate. So it's got the same like chocolate scent as the Chocolate Soleil bronzers. It doesn't have any SPF, which is the only thing that I wish it did, because I like foundations that have SPF with it. But I just use an SPF underneath, and I like it. It's very, I would say, like light coverage. I definitely wouldn't give it a like medium coverage. It didn't fully cover my redness. My redness still kind of peeks through this foundation, but I like it because of that, because it is a very natural looking foundation. So I've been enjoying this. I've used it about 3 or 4 times this week, switching between this and like my IT Cosmetics Celebration foundation. And then I picked up a mini of this Makeup Forever Ultra HD Microfinishing powder, and I love this stuff. It's just so dang expensive. Now it does look pretty white in the pan, but it's a translucent powder. Now the thing about this is that it is extremely, extremely soft. So the powder kind of feels like silicone once you get it onto your face. So it really just smooth your entire face out. It makes your pores disappear. The only thing about this I would say is that I feel like I'm going through this powder pretty quickly. And I don't necessarily want to repurchase this powder because it is so dang expensive, but I'm hoping that this mini lasts me until the Sephora VIB Rouge sale, and I will be picking up a full size of this powder, but I really do like it. I just wish I could find a cheaper alternative to it. So that's it. That's everything in my weekly makeup basket. These are all the products that I've been using this entire week and kind of little mini reviews on them. I hope you guys like this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you do. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I currently post 3 times a week on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and then on Sundays, either every Sunday or every other Sunday, I'll post my weekly makeup basket. So hopefully I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.